this possibly could be your next EDC bag, but it's not for the exact reasons that you may think. Hey, what's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. You're always trying to find that next good EDC bag, that EDC banger, the backpack. You're going to your freaking barista coffee shops, your libraries, you're going to T-ball games, you're all going to all sorts of places, and we're forever on the hunt for something that will make a lot of sense for us. Now, I kind of have a sweet, comfy spot when it comes to EDC bags and things that I like to wear, things that I like to have. This bag hits that marks in several of those components, and then it's a few misses on it as well. And I could just say that arguably the sweet spot for an everyday carry bag is about 25 liters. I think I would be okay with a smaller one, like a 20-liter bag or 21-liter bag. But for most people who are going to be carrying all sorts of crap, 25 liters, that sweet spot for an everyday carry bag. It just really depends on your use case. This bag here has a lot of functionality to it. And why do I think you should carry a 25-liter bag for functionality's sakes? Well, there are several reasons. First off, this is the Vertex Gamut 3.0. Shout out to Vertex. For disclosure, they sent this bag out to me a year ago. This is the 1-year review of this bag, and I have some thoughts about it. It is it's a very interesting use case. It's a 21 inches in height, 11.5 inches in width, and right now this thing is basically empty. It's about 8 inches in depth, so it's a pretty decent bag. 25 liters, as mentioned earlier before. This thing has a ready access pull tab that can be swapped out to any of the zippers, so we'll talk more about that later. But if you want to be able to quickly access a specific section of the bag, we'll jump more about quickly being able to open up a bag and all that type of stuff. Now, they did get rid of the old style padding for the back of these Vertex bags. They now have like this raised foam section, which is just incredibly much more comfortable when it's actually wearing this bag. Just like most Vertex bags, this is ballistic capable, meaning if you want to get yourself something from like Premier Body Armor or Spartan or whoever has a deal with Vertex to fit ballistic armor that can go inside of these bags, this is compatible with that. So this might be a decent off-body carry CCW bag. More on that later as well. It does have a convertible front pocket, so it exposes the MOLLE. I have it in that configuration now. And if you want to take it out of that configuration, there's the very bottom of the bag here, there's an area where literally you can stuff the panel inside, pull that out, and it goes back into hidden MOLLE mode, and you can zip this up however you see fit. So it kind of just makes life easier if you want to be able to stow stuff here. So let's put it back in that mode to kind of show you how the bag looks when you get it. So when you get your hands on the bag, it's basically stored up like this. And then the MOLLE is now hidden and doesn't look as tactical. So if you're not a big fan of the tactical look of the MOLLE, then there you go. You can just stow this entire front flap away. A very clean look to it, so that makes life easy as well. Before I stow this away, because I'm going to put it away here for the rest of the video, there's some additional straps here, and these straps, you can take these and actually hook them onto the side of the bag. If you have like some boots, if you have a helmet, a very large winter coat or something like that, and you want to keep it in this area instead, now it's kind of hooked on here. You can this kind of becomes like a de facto stuff pouch, and you have the expandability instead of it being traditional. So that's pretty nice as well. And just like that, you can stuff this away. Now that entire front flap is gone, you've now exposed laser cut MOLLE. This laser cut MOLLE is better than the 2.0 version of these bags. I'll do a comparison with the Ready Pack here in a second, but the laser cut MOLLE does just seem to be better on this. It seems easier to use. There's more of it, a lot more accessible. It's lighter weight, and it just plenty of placement points for any items that are MOLLE capable, or if they have a hook back, because this entire thing is loop paneling, but it's Velcro branded loop paneling, so it's a higher quality. Every single piece of loop paneling on this bag is Velcro branded, and I think that you can tell that there's just a little bit higher quality with the loop paneling on this bag throughout the entire use case. The very top there, it has like a quick access section. I will, put stuff in here that that you deem important to you or whatever. I normally would just put like knock around sunglasses, something that's just not too important, something I want to be able to grab pretty easily. The keys to a vehicle, something similar to that. This side, they did improve this from, I think the 2.0 had the water bottle exposed at all times. Now the water bottle compartment is in a zipped up component, which is just kind of, if you don't want to store a water bottle in here, now you have like a water resistant area where you can stuff items in here that you may care about, that you want to keep those drier versus just having them exposed. So that's pretty neat. And it does fit a Nalgene bottle inside of there. So if you got a bigger bottle, you can fit a nice fat Nalgene bottle in there, and it goes in there pretty easily. This side over here is more like of an admin panel type area. So it does have this like zippered mesh pocket that you can put stuff inside, a couple of pencils areas or slip pockets, normally good for pens and pencils. And then a nice area just has that can fit something that's a pretty decent size on this side as well. So the entire rear of the bag is the CCW component of this bag. That's normally where you would put the actual this ready access pull tab. It originally came on the CCW component. The design of that is so that you can quickly rip open the back of the bag if you off body carry. I don't off body carry. This does have the snap easy drop. So if you want to drop these shoulder straps pretty easily, you can do that by snapping these here. So the CCW area allows for a lot of customization for however you want to use this thing, carry these items, etc., etc. So here, just to kind of give you an example, if you have a holder here for a boomstick, you can put that in here, a tourniquet, some extra mags. If you want to put a ham radio, a regular radio, you can buy all sorts of hook accessories from, basically you can get it from Vertex, you can get it from other companies. Plenty of room back here. This is all usable space. And I like the fact that you don't have to use this for a CCW. You can use this for extra storage. As mentioned, the ballistic area, this is where you will put any of that armor that you buy. That would slip in the very back of the bag as well. So the main part of the bag opens 180 degrees. So you have full access to this beautiful, like I said, Velcro branded loop paneling. This is another area where you could just go completely ham with the additional accessories from Vertex or any other company where you can stick stuff in here and kind of just make it your own. You want to buy, different areas for dump pouches or storage areas or whatever you might want to put in here. You can use this entire big space for stuff like that. And I like that. It does have a padded laptop holder. It can accommodate a laptop up to 15 inches. I have a 14-inch laptop and it fits in here very easily. I have no issues with that at all. I like the fact that the actual laptop area is hovering a little bit so that your laptop doesn't bottom out and touch the ground while it's in here. Gives you a little bit of comfort that if you throw this thing on the ground, the laptop's not bottoming out on there or anything like that. And it does include this little strap holder for your laptop. So once this thing is inside, you can actually put this on top of your laptop and secure it even better so the laptop's not rattling up and down if you're running up a set of stairs or something like that. If you're tossing a bag, you don't have to worry about the laptop going up as well. So that's a unique feature. So looking at this section here, you still have a full panel of the Velcro that you can use. You can put any accessories here. So this is the kind of like Vertex's new like Tamagotchi paneling or whatever they call this thing. You can put a tourniquet here, pins, pencils, Sharpies, whatever you want to put up there. It makes easy. And then you can tie it down and cinch it down with here. So if you have something that's a little bit fatter, you don't want it moving around, you can cinch it down pretty easily. Underneath that is a zip pocket, which is not see-through at all, but you can kind of tell if there's something missing inside. Say, hey, I'm missing my flashlight. I'm missing a piece of kit that should be in there. It's kind of see-through. And then you also have just more area here for you to put any additional accessories that you may see fit. Let's talk about some things I don't like about the bag. This is almost a deal breaker for me personally. There is no like hooks, loops, nothing on the shoulder straps. And I like to be able to hang, only thing that's on the shoulder straps are literally just these two little loop panels here. But I like options when I have these on my actual shoulders to be able to put flashlights, maybe hang my cell phone, hang a Nalgene bottle. So rucking this bag is harder to do because you can't attach that many accessories to the shoulder straps, which is a very big letdown. I'm not a big fan of that at all. The shoulder straps are kind of wide. I understand that you want the wider you can distribute the weight and it feels more comfortable, but these are pretty wide to the point where it's almost feels like military-esque. It's kind of just a really fat, brawny type of feel to it. All right, so one thing I can absolutely tell you that I'm not the biggest fan of about this bag overall is in any type of rucking or walking situation, this thing feels really, really big. Can you see? This thing has a very small amount of weight inside of it right now. And it just feels like it's completely engulfing my entire back, which is an unusual feeling for a bag that I normally may chair for rucking or I may use for any type of situation similar to that. So imagine you're walking through an airport, you're walking through a Starbucks, a mall, your kids, whatever, and you got this thing on your back, you can definitely feel the entire thing. That's kind of something that's kind of, not the biggest fan of. Next, I can tell you that I'm starting to get a little bit of discoloration of the bag itself. I'll drop a little bit of B-roll, but just from setting it down on couches, floors, putting it on a hard surface, grass, the paint or the coloration on the very front of the bag, the front flap, is beginning to fade. Another thing is this bag does not stand up on its own when it's empty. I kind of like bags that if they're almost empty, if they're fully empty, I want to just be able to put this on a table, put this on a surface and it stands up. It doesn't do that. You definitely have to stack. You have to pack this a certain way if you want to get it to stand up on a surface. This actual strap here, this grab handle, this is well sewn. You can tell that they're doing some fantastic stitching and sewing on this bag, but it's kind of hard to grab this, use this in different scenarios. I like to hang hero clips from these things and hang the entire bag up. And because of the angle of the bag, it does hang like I wanted to, but I kind of just wish it had like a little leather feature or some type of feature on it to give it a little bit more of a premium feel. I think that will feel better as well. I absolutely do not like that the luggage pass-through makes the bag sit sideways like this. So when I travel with this bag, it sits on top of my luggage like this. So if I have anything inside, things are moving all around. And I get it. The laptop holder has that strap that keeps your laptop from moving all over the place. But I prefer to be able to just put my bag straight down for a couple of reasons. I want to be able to access stuff inside while it's sitting on my suitcase. And then it's just a really awkward thing when you're getting out of a seat of an airplane and you're grabbing one piece of luggage, you want to put this on top. Now you have this sitting like this and you're freaking slapping people as you walk down the aisle, or it's just a really awkward situation overall. I don't like how militant. Now this next one here is kind of like just all this stuff is my personal opinion about it, but this next one's definitely mine. Is I don't like how tactical that it looks. It's just like a tinge too tactical for me. I kind of like a little bit more subdued look. Even when I have the Molly not exposed, it looks kind of like a tactical bag, and I like something a little bit more subdued. And I think that's just how the gamut bags look overall. They just kind of give this tactical feel, even if you're not using them in that type of setup. They just really feel that way overall. Before we talk about things I like about the bag, the shoulder straps themselves have adjustable chest cinches here. You can move these up and down as you see fit, however you want to wear them or rock them. If you have, if you want them above your pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, however you want to rock these, you can move that. Or you could just remove the chest cinch altogether and just strap it. Same thing with the actual waist strap. The waist strap down here, if you want to, you can actually unhook this and remove the waist strap if you don't want to use the waist strap. I never took mine apart. I just literally just leave it there and leave it be. I don't want to remove it and lose it or anything like that, especially if I give this bag away. Just like a lot of other Vertex bags, it does have this hot pull tab at the very top. So the way this thing works is you take this little tab, this is the very top of the bag. You can put this here. And then when the bag is zipped up, if you need to quickly access the main part of the bag itself, you can just pull down on this hot pull tab and it rips open the entire bag without you having to actually use the zippers. So that's a nice touch. They brought that over. I think they first featured that in the 2.0 version of these bags, but don't quote me on that. So let's just talk about this Molly paneling real quick and how useful this can be. If you like to kind of go tactical out with your stuff, you got all sorts of options here. So here I got mine outfitted out with flashlights and the mag holders for that, for the 380 that I would normally carry if I was carrying it inside of this bag. You can get extra accessories. This is from Vault Company. Just anything that you may want to put on the front of this bag is very easy to do. Outfit this however you want. You want to go from tactical to maybe making this into a med setup. You can do that pretty easily. Swap it all out if you want to make it a sewing, whatever you want to do. It's pretty easy to do. So super modular type of bag. Though another thing, one thing that I love about the bag is you do have all sorts of modularity options. You do have a lot of different ways you can outfit this thing, and it's pretty freaking big. The shoulder straps are incredibly comfortable. The actual shoulder straps kind of go up behind your neck, and you don't have to worry about that uncomfortable feeling of anything digging in your neck. When I have this thing loaded down for rucking, going to a shop, going anywhere, it doesn't hurt at all. It has this like air mesh technology on the actual shoulder straps, which just makes it better for wicking away moisture from your shoulders as you sweat if you're going to be wearing this for a very long time. That is an awesome thing as well. I think it actually looks pretty slick. If I were to buy this with my own money, would have probably got it in the green colorway. I do like the fact that also that the actual water bottle holder is covered. So if I want to put something different in there, which I have done over the course of this bag, that is a fantastic thing because I don't always put a water bottle there. Sometimes I want to be able to put something different. I like the fact that the entire laptop holder inside is removable. So if I want that space to be naked, if I'm not carrying a laptop, it doesn't force me to carry a laptop. Another thing that I did not realize I would enjoy so much is that this thing has actual areas for you to apply a TSA lock. So if you have a TSA lock similar to something like this, the main compartment and the CCW compartment both have TSA ready locks, or any lock capable that has a thin type of lock on it. But you can actually come to this area right here and you can slip this lock through, and then you can lock the bag itself, which I think is pretty cool to be able to keep people from going inside. Now, a thief is going to be a thief, but if someone's just trying to quickly open your bag, steal some stuff inside and close it back up, this will prevent that from happening. Or if, like, say, for instance, you're on a plane, which I kind of get paranoid about this. You're on a plane, you fall asleep. People get up oftentimes and they go in the overhead bin to get their stuff. Imagine if, they want to open your bag just to see what you have inside. Something like that being on there would keep them from going inside and stealing your laptop or your iPad or something that's super important to you. I also like the fact that that ready access pull tab is, you can remove this and put it on any zipper that you want to. The purpose of this thing is so that you can quickly rip open whatever section it's on. I have it on the front Molly section because I don't off body carry, so I don't need to quickly open that area. I actually very rarely open a CCW area. And the main compartment has that hot pull tab, so I thought that it was duplicating effort, so I decided to put it on the Molly area. But you can leave it as is, or you can put it anywhere that you want. Premium YKK zippers. These zippers have never came off track. They've never had to self-correct. I'm assuming they are self-correcting. By far, my favorite thing with Vertex bags, which a lot of other companies are not implementing stuff like this, but when you have a Vertex bag laying down on the shoulder straps and you want to quickly grab it while you're standing up, there's this area in the very front where you can just grab this whole bag and pick it up. And you're not searching for the shoulder strap, which a lot of time, or the top strap, which is sometimes hard to see or grab or whatever. So right next to it, this is the Ready Pack 3.0 in green. This is the gamut. You can see the Ready Pack 3.0 is a 20-liter bag, and it not as tactical looking. It still has that laser feature, grab handle, all that good stuff. But this one has a lot of the same features as the gamut. Actually, basically all the same features except for the way that the water bottles and stuff are exposed. But it's in a smaller size. This is kind of more my speed. If this was a 25-liter bag, it would probably be right up my alley. This is the Ready Pack 2.0. This is the version from 2021 for this. And there's tons of improvements for the Ready Pack 3.0 and the 2.0. But they purposely reduced the size of the Ready Pack to 20 liters because, and I think they did that on purpose because the Gamut didn't really have a home. These are both 25-liter bags. And I think that more people were probably buying the Ready Pack because it has a lot of the same features as the Gamut, but it was the exact same size and it didn't look as tactical. But even though this is an older bag, I'm still super in love with the Ready Pack 2.0 just because of the features of the straps. And, there's just so much about the Ready Pack 2.0 that I was a really big fan of. But you can definitely tell the improvements that they made on a lot of the features of this bag, hands down. One of the easiest features that you can see they made improvements to was the laser cut molly. It's definitely more refined and it works a lot better and all that good stuff as well. But so that kind of just gives you a size comparison to some of the older bags to kind of let you know how this thing fits in. All right, so some questions about people had in the community, see if we can answer some of those. And as we jump into these questions, go hit that subscribe button because, why not? And plus, a lot of times, if I am about to do a review on a product, I'll go into my community tab and I'll ask, hey, what do you want to know about this thing? And maybe we can even feature you live in a video. First one here is from Jonathan. Pros and cons over the Ready Pack. How actually useful is the extra molly in the front panel? Oh, the extra molly in the front panel, super useful. This has way more laser cut molly, Jonathan. So if you really care about that, then this is going to be more useful. The Ready Pack 3.0 is only 20 liters. This is 25 liters. This has a better, I don't know what the outside material is, but you can tell that the outside material feels more durable, feels more puncture proof and stuff like that. The discoloration is an issue, but you can tell that they take more time and effort into this bag over the Ready Pack bag. Now the Ready Pack 2.0, this is smoking that bag as in, the premium upgrades, but size comparisons, the 2.0 Ready Pack and this bag are the same size. Next one here is from Nanubis, says, what hook back pouches and accessories do you recommend? Show off the adjustable laptop sleeve and thoughts. Other CCW pocket for those of us not packing. All right, so the hook back pouches and accessories would I recommend? I mean, it's really going to be up to you for whatever ones that you want to use. I like the hook and loop accessories from 511 and from VanQuest. This is a accessory from 511, which is just kind of a pouch that you can put anywhere, but this has like a small medical surprise in it. But I could use this and stick this on the inside of that bag pretty easily because I like the size of it. VanQuest, I think, has like a crazy amount of hook and loop accessories. So does Vertex. They have a lot as well. Also says the adjustable laptop sleeve thoughts. Here's the laptop sleeve itself. It is adjustable, as in you can move it up and down inside the pack. So if you want it higher or lower, you can do that because of how this sits. And you can see it cradles the laptop. That's why it doesn't bottom out when it's inside the bag. So you can move this to other bags as well. So like I have other bags that have 100% loop handling. I could just take this thing out and move it somewhere else. This feels pretty durable. Like this whole entire front is padded. So this is going to protect your laptop. It's protecting my laptop with no issues. And I have a 14-inch MacBook Pro that I keep inside of a sleeve. The sleeve and the laptop both fit in that laptop holder. The CCW part in the back, he's asking, can you use that as a pocket if you're not packing? That's what I use it for. I use the very back CCW area just to keep extra items. Usually if I'm using this for like a trip, I'll just throw like socks back there or anything like that. It doesn't feel bulky. It doesn't, anything that you don't want in your back, don't put that stuff back there. But for the most part, it works just fine for using it in that sort of way. All right, so the next one here, he has a couple of questions. Is it better than the 2.0? Yeah, I do. I haven't had the 2.0 in over a year, but if I remember the 2.0 specifically, I think it's better, mainly because of the TSA feature. You can move this tab anywhere that you want. And the old one, you couldn't just move that ready access tab very easily. And the 2.0, the water bottle sleeve is not covered and zipped up. It's exposed like the ready pack. So yeah, I think it's better. Does the material change make it heavier? No, they're still both around 4 pounds empty. No water bottle pocket. No, it does have a bottle pocket. It's on the side. Do I need to upgrade if I have the older version? No, you don't need to upgrade. If you have the 2.0 version of this bag, and if any of the pros that I mentioned or any of the features that I mentioned sound interesting to you, then you can snag this bag. But is it quote unquote, should you upgrade to this bag? Unless your bag is no longer working for you, if you've outgrown it, if there's a feature about this bag that's just super attractive to you, I wouldn't upgrade. Says, I'm trying to decide between the ready pack and this one. I like this. I like that this is all slick if it is closed. I drive a lot and work out in a truck. And yeah, this is definitely more slick than the material is able to squeeze in better than the ready pack because of the material. So when it's all wrapped up, it looks like one big shell of a bag. And if you like the way that looks, then this is the way that you want to go. Joey says, will it fit a AR pistol without folding the stock? Yeah, it will. If you have an AR, well, I can't say all of them, but so if you have like a AR pistol with this kind of like butt stock here that I have on this AR-10, all the way like collapsed down, will it fit in here? It will, at least the one that I have. I don't know what brand, if you freaking are put it together yourself or what specific brand that you have, but you should be able to fit that in here at an angle just fine. What are your thoughts, man? The Vertex Gamut 3.0. Is this a bag that you would rock? Is this a bag that you would carry? Now that I've carried this thing for a year, I'm probably going to give this away. So you might want to think about joining memberships, because I'll probably give this away. I don't want to be an EDC gluttonous type of person and just hold on to something for the sake of holding on to it. Comment down below, what's your favorite part of this bag? What's the thing that you hate the most? Are you going to pick one up? Is it something that you're interested in getting? I would love to know with your comments down below. Thank you once again for kicking the goddamn door in. Hit that button down below. Join the battalion by subscribing and check out other features of similar bags like this. If you're already subscribed to the channel, I'm not talking to you, okay? You've already done what you needed to do. I appreciate you once again for stopping by, watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.